Today, I want to talk about identity, specifically identity without performance, because many people don't realize how much of their identity is shaped around being received, being understood, being liked, being seen as good, being seen as safe, being seen as competent. And performance doesn't always look fake. It can look like being helpful. It can look like emotional intelligence. It can look like being very clear. It can look like being nice, but underneath it, there is often a strategy. If I present myself correctly, I will be safe. If you're sensitive or you've experienced misunderstanding, performance can become second nature. You learned to read rooms, you learned to soften, you learn to translate, you learn to anticipate what people needed from you. So, I am not shaming here performance. I am naming the cost of it. The cost is internal splitting. One part of you is living, one part is watching, one part is correcting. And over time, you feel tired without knowing why. Identity without performance is what happens when you stop managing perception and start inhabiting yourself. It's quieter, it is slower, less impressive, but real. A clear sign you're performing is that you keep adding more context, more explanation, more proof, more disclaimers, more apology. Not because it's true, because you're trying to make the truth acceptable. So the practice is subtraction. One less sentence, one less justification, one less layer of, please understand me. Identity without performance is not, I don't care what anyone thinks. It is, I won't abandon myself to be liked. And yes, there can be grief here. When you stop performing, some dynamics change because some connection was built on you being the easy one, the one who never made it awkward, the one who held everything. So when you become simpler and cleaner, you may be misunderstood by people who benefited from your performance. And that isn't proof you're wrong. That's your life reorganizing around truth. Life benefits because this is why it matters. When you stop performing, you gain energy. Performance is expensive. It costs nervous system regulation. It costs time. It costs authenticity. It often costs intimacy because people can't meet the real you if you're always managing. When you stop performing, your relationships become simpler, your communication becomes clearer, your leadership becomes more trustworthy. You stop being pulled around by guilt and approval. You feel more at home in your own life. You stop losing yourself in other people's reactions. How nice. And if you're listening from a low place where everything feels heavy and you don't feel ready to be more yourself, don't make this big. Choose one small moment to be simpler, one message where you say less, one moment where you don't over explain, one moment where you let the sentence stand. You don't need to feel confident. You just need to take one honest step. So to close this video, you don't need a new personality. You don't need to become louder. You don't need to become harder. You just need to stop adding what isn't true. Let yourself be simple. Let yourself be honest. Let yourself be someone you can live inside.